Hello everyone, welcome back to Kirklees Guitar School. In today's guitar lesson, I'd like to introduce the start of a new series, which is my guitar solo roadmap. Now, what this is I find that a lot of guitarists struggle to choose solos that are appropriate for their level. And what happens is that they have loads of half-baked solos that they never get round to ever finishing. Now, what I'm proposing is, if you were sat opposite me in a lesson, I would propose a sequence of lessons, a sequence of solos and excerpts that would gradually get more difficult as we go along. So I'd like to introduce the guitar solo roadmap. Now, the goal for this is to build lead guitar skills one solo at a time. We're going to start off really easy. This, as I've titled the video, this is the first solo that anybody should learn. And as the 10 episodes go on, it's going to get more and more challenging. And as the lessons go on, this will give you ideas and things to play that might be a little bit out of your wheelhouse, but compound over time to something massive. So we're going to have a look at Weezer's Island in the Sun today, which I'm going to demonstrate for you in a second. Now, you can download the tabs for this lesson completely for free from the first link in the description. And also, members of the Kirklees Guitar School Academy get even more resources to help get this across the line. So you get a full guided playthrough with on-screen scrolling tabs. You get a technical focus lesson, which this one's about vibrato and improving your vibrato. And you get a downloadable backing track to be able to take away and practice this with. You can try that with a 14-day free trial from the second link in the description. Right then, so this is what we're up against. This is the tune. So what I find with solos like this, and what everybody should start with in a solo like this, is, can you hum the melody? Now, believe it or not, all 2.5 minutes of the Hotel California solo, I'm not going to, but I could sing you every note of that solo. If you don't know how it's supposed to go up here, you're really going to struggle to commit any of this to not only memory, but muscle memory as well. So I'd encourage you to go and listen to the song. It's a pleasant, kind of nice little song, but this is more of a melody. It's still a guitar solo. It occupies that piece in your brain, but you should be. The reason this is a really good place to start for anybody wanting to get better on soloing on the guitar is it's quite a straightforward melody, and it gives us a good opportunity to talk about vibrato. So let's have a look at the first bit. So we've got a couple of rests to start with, and then we are coming in with the open G. Now, the vast majority of this is done on the G string. We're in the key of G. So we're going to start with this open G. I'm then going to use my ring finger on the 9th fret of the same string. And then I'm going to play the 7th fret. 0, 9, 7. Now, this 7th fret I'm playing with my index finger, and what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to hang on to that note, so much so that it actually spills over into the next bar. Now, this is called a tie. If you see a note in brackets that's the same number that you've just played, it simply means that note is sustained across the threshold of the bar. You don't need to pick this again. Alternate picking as well if possible. I want you to be using down and up strokes with your plectrum. We're then going to go down to the 5th fret. Now, you've got a couple of options here. Because I'm travelling in that direction, I'm going to play the 5th fret and the 4th fret of the same string with my index finger, because I'm travelling in that direction. And it'll feel a bit weird trying to plot your second finger, just for the sake of being politically correct, okay? Now, what that does is that introduces the first idea of chunks. When you're learning a solo, I want you to break it down into phrases and manageable chunks. Now, logic would tell you, well, we'll just learn it a bar at a time. But actually, the way that I want you to think about it is think of it in audible phrases. Ba 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 ba. Think of those as like little bricks of Lego that you're trying to sort of clip together. Okay, you want to get one little chunk of it so that you can play it and you recognise it. It sounds like the song, and then you get the next bit and then you smush them together. And then you learn another bit, and then you've got 3 bricks that you've clicked together. And this is how you need to learn these solos, and this is what a lot of people don't get with learning how to play lead guitar solos, other people's solos, is it's not necessarily the solos that are that difficult, you just don't know how to attack it in a way that's constructive and keeps you interested. So I would say 09754 is one block, one chunk. Could you practice that for me at home? Following that, you've got just the same again, 5 and 4. Now on this occasion, for this 5th fret, I am going to use the middle finger for that 5th fret because there's no point coming back up. Now can you see this wavy line here above this? Now this is called vibrato. Vibrato means to give it a wobble. Can you see how I'm shaking the string to make it sound wavy? If you aspire to play guitar like Gary Moore, Peter Green, Eric Clapton, those kind of bluesy guys, regardless of what you're playing, if you're ever sat on a note for any more than a good kind of beat or a beat and a half, get in the habit of shaking the string, and I'm moving the string up and down ever so slightly to create that wobble. So pause the video, get this under your fingers. Moving on. Can you see how that 4th fret, because it's in a bracket and it's tied, it still continues. So we don't have to pick it again because it's in brackets, but we're going to keep that vibrato going. We're then going to pick the open G again, and I'm going to do a position shift. I'm going to move down towards the bottom of the neck so that my index finger is hovering over the 2nd fret. I'm going to play the open G, followed by the 4th fret, and then the 2nd fret with my ring finger and my middle finger. 0, 4, 2. Da, da, da. See how we've got another tie here, followed by an open string. Now we're going to deviate. We've played everything on the G string so far. We're now going to deviate from the plan and we're going to go up to the D string. I'm going to play that 4th fret with my ring finger. And if I was under the microscope too much, I should probably tell you to play that with your pinky, but I don't play it like that, and 9 out of 10 people won't play it like that. We're going to take that and move it up. Just kick that ring finger up to the 5th fret. We're going to pick it twice and then add vibrato again onto the end. Same applies. Give that string a good wobble. That's another phrase. That's another one of those bricks that you'll clip together. So you've got... Think of that as block 1. That as block 2. Pause the video, get the first 2 lines of the PDF under your fingers. We're then going to play the first lick again. Nothing new here whatsoever. Can you see? This is grandfathered in from the previous slide. Sorry, I lost my bearings there a second, but this, just as before, belongs to the previous slide. So we're essentially repeating the first riff again. Have a go at that for me. And see, even sometimes when I get that 4th fret, I want to put vibrato on it, even though it doesn't say. Whenever you're hanging around on a note, give it a really good wobble and it'll sound, get as much practice in of that as you can. And then as final slide for today's lesson, again, he just repeats the same thing. This is grandfathered in from the previous phrase. We'll go into the open G. Oh, 4, 2, oh, 4, 5, 5. So how would I practice this? I would encourage you to play this, get this to the point where you can play it at home and you can hear the tune when you're playing it. I'd then either look at the Academy and try and play along with me with the play along video that's on the Academy. Start that at about 75% speed, and over the course of a couple of days or to a week, gradually speed that up. You should be humming the tune in your head as you're doing it. And what that does is it just kind of reaffirms that you're in the right place at the right time. Now, I appreciate that this song's probably not one that you would all, most of you would either, some of you probably have never heard of this before, or wouldn't choose to play a Weezer song because you like rock and blues from the 70s. But I would give you this in my one-to-one lesson with you to say, look, it's a little bit out there and it's a little bit different, but there's so much that you can learn. We are learning how to play melodically, we're learning how to add vibrato, and we're learning how to play in a linear fashion on one string. So, wrong slide. So don't forget, download the free tabs below. You can follow along and practice, make the solo your own. I'd seriously consider joining the Academy if you haven't done so already. It's going to give you some extra things to practice, and we're going to do a big deep dive on vibrato over there as well. So if you need some help getting the wobble just right, feel free to head over there. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel, because there is there's a part 2 coming in 2 weeks' time. And if you stay subscribed to the channel, that means that you'll get notified when the next one goes live. This is going to run from sort of now until just before Christmas in 2-week increments, so you've got enough time to get it under your fingers before the next instalment comes round. I will see you next week for another guitar lesson. Thank you so much for watching.